but it also opened my eyes to how much retribution, hatred, rage there could be in a paladin. He ultimately dies a hero's death and saves the city that he initially failed in saving and protecting. Hello traveler, last time I promised that we were gonna take a look at the statue of Vindicator Maraad, but I got carried away with his story. So today let us look at the statue and make a review of Vindicator Maraad. Let's go! Vindicator Maraad, clocking in at an amazing height of 26 centimeters to the point of his Hammer of the Naru. His width of the stand is 20 centimeters, or the base, that I beautifully shaped in a laser cutter out of a piece of plexiglass. The depth of Maraad is 15 centimeters if you're going to back him all the way into the wall. Those would be the sizes. If I were to weigh Maraad, he should be weighing quite a lot because he's a Draenei, but he weighs in at 900 grams. 900 grams, that's quite hefty. Quite hefty. Let's start looking at the statue, or the action figure. I think this statue is amazing for what it is. The details on it are stunning. Starting with the hooves, as we always start from the bottom, the details on the hooves are not extraordinary. I would say that the painting is a bit more loosely made than, for example, it is on Illidan. I will bring both of them here so we can compare. For the secondary camera. So if I compare the hooves here, they are smaller on Illidan and larger on Maraad, but the level of details, I feel it's more intricate on Illidan than on Maraad. However, the hooves are larger, and the figure in itself of Maraad, you can see it's larger. If we go up, there are some good drawings and markings on his armor on the hooves. I'll remove Illidan here. Good markings with a golden accent over here, and also with the alliance markers or the lion on his knees, and this looks definitely like a plate armor for the Paladin here. You can clearly see the chainmail under his pants here in the front, and that's the only location where you can see his chainmail. You can't see anything on the back, only in the front you can see the chain under it. You see a proper weighted belt leading on to a plate chest piece that is connected with leather strips here to surround his body. Carrying on to the shoulders, these are the staple of Maraad the Vindicator. He has one hawk on this shoulder with the wings here, and the symbol of the Alliance here on his shoulder. The other shoulder is very rounded with good motifs, beautifully made, going all the way to the back, and his Paladin tome hanging on to his shoulder. This is his spell book, which also has, it's actually the first time I see it now, it has a diamond on it. I cannot rotate this enough, but it does have a diamond, and I don't want to break it off. Probably will do some B-roll on it. One more aspect which I love about this statue is the scarf, which goes into one with his cape and also floats as if wind is blowing his cape away. You can see it on the back, and I love how intricate this is and the fact that it's floating and being blown away in the wind. His tail also has a piece of armor to it over here, which I don't think serves any purpose. The only purpose I would see is to make his tail more violent in case he needs to fight some enemies. He looks like he's preparing to cast a spell with his left hand, while his right hand is holding the very iconic Hammer of the Naru over here. His gloves are very solid. He has a ring on his middle finger on the left hand, and continuing with a hawk and the claws of the hawk on his right fist. The Hammer of the Naru is a beautiful piece of art, in my opinion, and there are small shards floating around it, around the Hammer of the Naru, and it is mobile and also engraved with some markings here on the metal piece holding the diamond that is the head of his hammer. He has long hair that floats in the air in a material that is harder than his cape is. And then a small ponytail here at the top. From the back you can see his cape, which is a tiny bit worn. It has an interesting aspect to it. It looks a bit like it is 3D printed because there are layers like this. It is not 3D printed, I'm 100% sure, but it looks a bit like it is 3D printed here. It's interesting to see from the back the armor on the back side of his hooves. So it would be, these would be the hamstrings on the first thigh here, and that would be hamstring number 2 on his hooves. I do not know the anatomy of the Draenei's legs, but you are very welcome to enlighten me if you know what these are called. Or maybe I should look at a cow's anatomy, then I'll figure that out. Okay, what else do we have? His details on the tentacles on his face are really well done. These are a bit more stiff than I would like them to be. His tentacles, I would like them to be more rubbery. They are rubber, but a hard rubber. His eyes are painted black and white, which is good, and his lips have a really good level of detail, if it can be seen in this picture here. If you look at the overall theme of Vindicator Maraad, he has a beautiful theme of gold, blue and white, which is definitory for the Alliance Paladin. His book also matches the accents, the golden accents on his cape and of course armor. The golden wings of the eagles on his shoulder are also matched by the golden wings on his right glove, and the eagle on his right fist over here. So I think the details on this statue are impressive. There are also some small golden aspects on the white part of his belt over here. And I think the painting is done very elaborately on this. If I were to compare it again with Illidan, what would I think? I think that the statue is more imposing. It shines strength through. Whereas Illidan, I see more agility when I see Illidan. I think they are, yeah, the hooves, it's here where I see more detail on Illidan, but otherwise the statue in itself, they are very similar in the way, in the quality level that they bring in. So that would be my thoughts about the statue. Should you buy this? I am biased. I am very biased because I love this statue, and it will take a lot for me to part ways with it. I think it's a beautiful statue, and depending on whether you can find it on the second-hand market, if you are into that. Otherwise, new, it's not a figure that will bankrupt you. So I think if you're an Alliance fan, this would definitely fit your needs and wishes of what an Alliance statue could provide. As you can see here, I appreciate that this was rubbery, because otherwise I would have just broken it as I'm reviewing it. perfect. I think those would be the thoughts from me here. I thank you for watching the video, appreciate the time you spend on my channel, and if you feel like throwing a subscribe, you are more than welcome. All of the weapons that you see behind me, I have reviews for those, so you're welcome to check out all the other videos. And with that said, I hope you are having a great evening, sending good vibes. See you in the next video. Bye.